Hello, everyone, and welcome to the demo day of Swissnex of this year's Startup Bootcamp. We are happy to welcome you all to Remo. We haven't done an event on Remo before in that setting, so we decided to try something new with the whole virtual events and everything. So we hope everything goes to plan, and we're really looking forward to welcoming you all in a virtual way to Pier 17. Of course, we would have loved to welcome you to Pier 17 in person, but with the reopening just a few days back, we didn't want to risk it. And also our startups are joining us virtually as they were not able to travel yet. So we decided to put everyone on the same base, and so we'll be meeting today on Remo. If you're encountering any issues during the event, like something doesn't work or something, we have a Swissnex help desk at the center of the floor on Remo. So feel free to join us there if you have any issues. You can also just send us a chat message and let us know. Or if everything should break down and nothing works anymore, you can also reach us at startups@swissnexsanfrancisco.org, and we will look into how we can help you. We're also live on Twitter with this event, so you can follow us at SwissnexSF with the Twitter handle and kind of like follow what is happening, what you're experiencing live here on the event. So we are here at Swissnex. Our mission is connecting Switzerland and North America in the field of science, education, innovation, and the arts. And specifically with startups, with our startup program, we provide a launchpad for the startups coming to the US and looking to validate or either enter the market. So for those of you who don't know Swissnex so well, we are actually a network. So we are spread out our different locations around the world. We have locations at the US East Coast, so in Boston and in New York, in Brazil, in India, and in China. So we're really based in different innovation ecosystems around the world and trying to bridge the gap between Switzerland and the local ecosystems here. The startups we work with, they are looking for to either validate the US market in their internationalization strategy, or we also help them finding their market entry strategy. And this whole program is sponsored and put together in close collaboration with InnoSwiss, the Swiss Innovation Agency. So already a thank you to them for making these camps possible. All of our startups are looking to enter the US market. So they're really here to look for business and not just kind of like get inspired by Silicon Valley, but they're actually here for the real thing. They went through a rigorous selection process to join our program. And the demo day today that you have joined is actually the highlight of a 2-week acceleration program that we work with them in depth, introducing them to experts. And now we give them the platform here to present to all of you who are present here in the San Francisco and Silicon Valley ecosystem. So what's going to happen now in this event? We have set up the Remo floor, and as you might have seen when you were joining in, we created different tables for the different startups. So the tables have little names at the bottom, and you will not spend the most of the time listening to me as your moderator, but actually joining them at the tables and having discussions with them about their product, what they're doing. And of course, you're also very welcome to speak to all of the different participants that have also joined us here today. So you actually know who you want to join. Of course, you don't know the company so well yet. We will start out everything with a quick pitch session. So every startup gets 1 quick minute to introduce themselves. And I recommend everyone to grab a piece of paper and a pen. And so during the pitches, you can note down the names so you know afterwards who you will actually want to join at the different tables. We will have a networking session afterwards in 3 rounds of 10 minutes. So we will send out short announcements when that you know that it could be time to change again, speak to some new people, and so you don't lose track and get stuck at the table. So be prepared to turn on your camera and your microphone later on and immerse yourself in the discussion. But before diving into the pitches, I'd like to remind you about 2 prizes that we're giving away during this event. One of them was already announced in the invitation, and we're very pleased and honored to have a very exclusive preview product to give away today from one of our startups in this bootcamp, Nectaris. So it's a single origin, all natural truffle oil. So none of the synthetic stuff that is usually put on your French fries, but actually real natural truffle is in there. So we will draw the winner of this prize at the very end of this event. You still need to be here to accept your prize, so please stay on until the end so you don't miss your chance of winning that amazing product. And there is also a little prize going on for our startups to also make it a bit more exciting for them. So we're able to get two judges on board who are joining us today for the event, and who will choose their favorite at the very end, who will win the prize of 3 additional months of office space at the Swissnex Pier. So Pier 17, they get office space as part of our program in any case, but this will really enable them to prolong their stay and take advantage of our facilities. So let me quickly introduce you to our 2 judges and I'll have them join me on stage so you also know who they are. We are joined today by Anne Coquette, founder of The Guild, a community for female entrepreneurs. And the second judge is Doug Griffin, venture partner at Dark Labs, an incubator and accelerator active in Switzerland, Europe, and the US, who also has extensive entrepreneurial experience. So welcome, Anne and Doug. Do you quickly want to add anything to what you're doing?
Well, I'm super excited to join you here today and see the fruits of the hard work that I know you and the Swissnex team have put in, and the entrepreneurs have too. So I'm an entrepreneur myself. I have exited a few companies and teach entrepreneurship myself to early stage female entrepreneurs globally. So I'm very excited about the digital health companies, the consumer companies, and the B2B companies that we're going to see here today. And I hope to meet you at the tables and see if I can help you too. So it's not just going to be me and Doug asking questions, but I hope you get a chance to ask questions too, and we can support you with our networks. So very happy to join you here today.
Perfect. We're so happy to have you, Anne. So over to Doug. Do you want to add a few words?
Sure. Likewise, as Anne said, really about meeting the teams. I've had an opportunity to speak with a few of them already. I'm very excited. Having been an entrepreneur for the last probably 15 years, I've been in your shoes. I know what you're going through. I've been lucky enough to have exits to Disney, Apple, and recently Roblox. And I've also had a couple that have failed, and I've learned a lot of lessons through that. It's an exciting opportunity when you're leading up to learn and to really go through that. And I hope that today we have an opportunity to learn about your startup.
Absolutely. Wow, it's amazing. I think it's super cool for the startups also to have you on board to quickly also discuss with you today, but hopefully also afterwards to learn also from your experiences. And I'm so curious already on who you will select for the prize. You will join us towards the end of the event again on the stage to announce the winner. So I'm very curious about that already. Thank you so much. So, but now the startups have to do some work before we start everything off, and I will stop talking and hand it over to the startups. And so for you in the audience, please grab a pen and a paper. As I mentioned already, there will be 9 pitches because we have our 9 startups with us today. We will have the pitches really right in a row, so one after the other. So don't lose track of who was talking and what was fascinating to you. So yeah, really note that down when you can. When you listen to the pitches, you can also make the video a bit larger, so entering full screen, so you're sure you don't miss anything, and then just go up to the startups later on to speak to them at their table. We group the startups into 2 clusters. And so the first one is all about digital trust, security, and privacy. And we will kick it off with Benedict Schupli telling us a little bit what FQX does. Then he is joined immediately by Laurent Balmelli from Strong Network, David Eberle from Typewise, and Cecil May from Megaverse. So we'll have all of these 4 in a row, and hopefully you will get a lot of interesting things out of it. So Benedict, please join me on stage, and we're very curious to learn about FQX.
Hi, and I want to talk to you about credit. Credit is at the core of our economy, and yet people don't understand how it works, find it scary, or in the best case, boring. FQX brings trust back into credit with its blockchain-based e-note infrastructure, allowing corporates and financial institutions around the globe to issue and transfer credit in mere seconds rather than days, and not one piece of paper is needed in the process. We do this by digitizing the oldest financial instrument in the world, the promissory note. Our team combines the best of legal, financial, and tech skills necessary to create this globally scalable credit infrastructure, integrated into any bank, payment infrastructure, or fintech, and thus making credit easy and accessible. If you want to learn more on how your company can use our e-note infrastructure, visit fqx.ch.
Hello, I'm Lohan. I'm a co-founder of the cybersecurity company Strong Network. So when it comes to protecting data, chief information and security officers around the world are struggling with how to secure their intellectual property assets, such as source code and data, especially when involving worldwide distributed software development teams. By using Strong Network's virtual workspace infrastructure, setting up global code development and data science processes that focus on protecting corporate data access and against data theft is made as easy as connecting to the web. You can come to see us to learn more about how to employ talents worldwide without the fear of exposing your intellectual property. Our platform implements a zero-trust infrastructure with data loss protection that is securing the entire company data assets regardless of where the employees are located, whether it is at home or in a remote country. We're looking forward to see you.
Hi, I'm David. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Typewise. We are on a mission to decode human thoughts, starting with the keyboard. We achieve 5 times fewer typos than Apple, and we protect full data privacy with our advanced AI technology that we developed jointly with ETH Zurich, Europe's equivalent to the MIT. With this firepower, we are addressing a 40 billion and growing software market. We've already achieved over 1 million app downloads. 4% of our users are paying, which is 3 times the benchmarks for mobile apps. And we can show a 15% month-over-month growth rate. Last year, we've raised a 1.5 million pre-seed and are now raising a 3 million seed round, of which 600K are already committed. I'm happy to talk to you further about this. Thank you.
In the world today, one cyber attack every single second. Can we do something about that? My name is Cecil May. I am CEO and co-founder of Megaverse. Our mission: train all type of people on cyber defenses with a simple, thrilling, intuitive solution, a mix of cognition, gaming, and AI. The secret sauce to boost the retention rate by 10-fold. Megaverse brought together cybersecurity specialists, edtech experts and neuroscientists, top game designers, pixel streaming and web dev engineers to develop and promote a cloud streaming platform with a library of scenarios with new releases on emerging threats. A real revolution. We are now into a fundraising campaign of 2 million Swiss francs to deliver our Tier 1 client for the end of the year. With that, we will be all geared for a global launch. Now, do you want to protect your business, yourself, your family? Come and join us in this mega mission. Thank you.
Wonderful. So many exciting ideas and companies already. I don't know how you feel, but I think there's some interesting stuff out there. Now to the second cluster, which is more around health, food, and sustainability. It is kicked off this round by Richard Sprivallo from Nectaris, who are sponsoring the prize today. And then we'll hear from Aurélien Birner from Snack, Michel Moller from LifeGen, Muriel Tiambo from KimboCare, and Samuel Hess from UNICEF. So Richard, please join me on stage, and we're happy to hear more about Nectaris.
Hi, everyone. So this speech is for anyone in the room who is a food lover or who wants to make lots of money. My name is Richard, but my friends know me as Mr. Truffle. Why? Because I have been studying truffle fungi for more than 17 years. So as a truffle expert, I can tell you that if you like to sprinkle truffle oil onto your French fries, not only are you using oils without any truffles, but on top of that, you are using synthetic flavors. At least this was so until the very first single origin truffle oil based on our patented precision fermentation technology that has an amazing and authentic truffle flavor. So we're looking to enter the US market, and we're looking for investors as well as partners for distribution. And I look forward, if you're interested, to talk to you further. Thank you.
We help people living with diabetes to reduce the risk for complications by making mealtime decisions less guesswork. Millions of people living with diabetes need to estimate the nutritional content of each meal. They further make guesses on how that meal eventually impacts their glucose curve afterwards, and do need to make many more treatment decisions before and after meals. At Snack, we developed an app which easily allows to track meals by taking an image to get nutritional values. Then they further get insights on how that meal impacted the glucose values afterwards to improve outcomes. We're currently launching in the US and looking for healthcare partners to support us in that launch. So if you want to make real impact for people living with diabetes, please reach out to us.
Hi, I'm Michel, and I save lives at LifeGen. In less than 5 years, the spend on personalized healthcare therapies will exceed $50 billion. At LifeGen, we believe that every patient has the right to access these new therapies. And with our LifeGen software platform, we help manufacturers and health insurances to provide these new therapies to patients. But how are we doing this? Our patent-pending technology allows health insurances and plans to only pay for therapies if they actually cure the patient. And if not, insurances will get all their money back. With over 15 clients, LifeGen is changing the way expensive drugs and therapies are paid for and saving lives of patients in the US and around the world. Come to visit me and I will tell you more.
Millions of Africans live in the US and send billions of dollars to their families back in their home countries for healthcare every year. As much as they feel the duty to help, they also feel the frustration not knowing whether their help is used to the intended purpose. KimboCare takes the guesswork out of the equation in 3 steps. Number 1 is the transparency through our end-to-end digital proprietary platform. Number 2 is the quality and immediate access to care for their patients. Number 3 is safety and data privacy. Many members of the West African diaspora have started using KimboCare instead of traditional remittances to support their families back home with access to care with peace of mind. We are raising funds to propel our visibility into those communities, and we realize very much that it takes a village to build something great. So please contact to us and explore ways you can help or simply learn about our journey. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do the following three things do have in common? A tree, a barrel of oil, and CO2. They all can be used for making goods such as plastics or even drugs. To do so, the oil, but also the tree, they have to be cracked down into small pieces, purified through separation, and reassembled. The energy needed for this separation alone accounts for over 10% of the globally used energy. At UNICEF, we developed and patented a new membrane that allows to reduce the separation energy by up to 80%. Together with my team, we further developed the technology that was invented during my PhD. Now we are ready to pilot with first customers and to support them in becoming carbon neutral until 2050. If sustainability is also important to you, please come by and talk to me, and we can discuss the pilot offerings we have.
Wonderful, exciting. So I don't know how you are feeling, but my list is definitely full. And I hope you will also find some people that you want to go and talk to right now. So now we will end this presenter mode and we will go back to the floor on Remo. We will have 3 times 10 minutes of networking rounds. We will send announcements to you on the floor, so you know when time is up, and you can then change table, go find another startup you're interested in, and join another table. The startups also linked their LinkedIn profiles on the Remo account, so connecting with them is super easy. So just click on their profile, you will find them immediately, and just reach out. If you have any issues, come join us at the Swissnex help desk in the middle of the floor. Or you can also send us a message in the chat, or if everything breaks down, as I said already, you can also reach us via email. So when you're on the floor, you can double click on a table that you want to join, and then it will immediately move you to that table. You'll be able to see the video and hear the people who are only at that table. So make sure to activate your camera now, activate your microphone, and happy networking. See you later. So hello, everybody. We are almost at the end of the event now. So I hope you had some good rounds, some good discussions at the different tables. And now we get to the last part of this event, which is the different prizes we're giving away. So the first one will be the prize for the startup. So the 3 months of additional office space at Pier 17. Great location, great views in the morning. So I will ask Doug and Anne to join me on stage. Welcome, Doug. And I think Anne is joining soon, right?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Welcome. Wow, very cool. So how did it go? Did you have a good discussion? Was it difficult to agree between the you two?
It wasn't difficult to agree between us. I think we got to the finalists reasonably quickly. I will say it was difficult to judge, though. There were so many amazing companies tackling really big problems in an ambitious way. And even though we only got a small time period with each, I think we were both super impressed with that. Yeah, I was going to say, if I may, typically as an early stage investor, the analogy that I like to look at is you look at the jockey, the horse, and the course. And the jockey, of course, is the CEO, the team. The horse is the product that they're building, and the course is the market that they're trying to accomplish. Now, typically, I would want to invest in a CEO who I thought was really promising, because even if they pick the wrong technical approach or the wrong market that they want to get to, eventually they'll lead a team to success. That being said, it was really difficult in a 1-minute pitch and with a few little interviews to try to really value out, what they bring to offer. So the perspective I brought, and I think Anne did the same, was to really look at the market, what that course was that they're approaching. And so many of them were tackling big markets, but I think the one we picked is something that is not only large, but really important.
Yeah, and so we really looked at the impact as well. And we looked also at the readiness to enter the US market and what the company really has already achieved in the US market. And so one company really stood out to us. It's a company with a large impact in an area that's huge and highly needs help in the United States particularly. And we also thought that the pitch was really well presented and well thought out. And then in the conversation that we had with that company and that founder, we also felt like the questions were really, were answered in such a very concise way, where we also understood where this company wants to go and that they really know who their target customers are in the United States. And the winner is LifeGen.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations!
Big drum roll.
I don't have a drum, unfortunately. But Michelle, please join us on stage to quickly accept your prize. So while he's joining us on stage, I can, it's just a small certificate right now, but it will become a big help, I hope, for you to enter the markets, to be able to be based here in the Bay Area, to be in San Francisco, spend some time in this space to kind of go around. And yes, we're looking forward to welcoming you to the pier a little bit longer. So if he cannot join, we will just have to hand over the prize a bit later on. Oh, now it's coming.
Yeah. Super happy, super excited. It's a huge honor. I have no champagne to...
Celebrate with iced tea is fine as well. Wonderful. Yeah. So congratulations, Michelle. We will let you know how exactly we will make it work and what it means. But we're happy to have you at the pier a bit longer. And thank you, Anne. Thank you, Doug, for making that difficult decision to joining us today. And I really like the analogies you used. So hopefully we have a lot of good horses, good jockeys, and good horses in this cohort. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
And congrats to everybody. Really awesome, strong startups.
Sweet. So then, as the last point in the agenda, I think Michelle, perfect. Last point in the agenda is the truffle oil prize that we wanted to give away. So for that, I am being joined now by Franziska, who also works at Swissnex, and she played a little bit the fortune fairy, the truffle fairy in this case. And so she will join me on stage and announce who actually won, because she already knows. Franziska, do you want to join me?
Yes, so I know who's the winner. One of those fluffy dogs just brought me an envelope, but that I dropped, so I don't have it anymore. The fluffy dogs, I don't really know how they're called in English, but they're like truffle searching dogs. So Richard probably would know how they're called, but from back home, I know like we have a lot of them around our area. Seems to have plenty of truffle there. I don't know. But so like the winner, the happy winner, I hope he's still here. We checked just before, would actually be Krishnan Chagaranchan. It's really hard to say that name correctly, but he's from Park, so down in Palo Alto. So Christian, if you're still here, you will be now promoted. So my colleague is promoting you. Or wait, I see something. Oh, I see in the chat.
Here.
Oh wow, awesome, great.
Thank you.
So congrats.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
So
really
we
cool.
will out to you to get your address so we can ship the product to you. And we're also joined by Richard, who is actually producing the product, who he'll quickly show you what you will get.
Here you go. This is a real treat for tasting different origins of white truffle. So we look forward to your feedback after the tasting notes.
I'll definitely pass it along. Thanks a lot.
Lovely. Thank you. And, you know, for the guys who didn't win, feel free to look us up on internet because you can always... Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Please do. Thank you for joining us on stage, Richard. And yeah, please look it up. And that way you will have your very own all natural truffle oil at home as well. So we're at the end of this event now. All the truffle lovers and truffle loving friends, thank you for joining us today for this event. We were very happy to host you. I hope you had some interesting discussions. If you still have any questions about the startup program we run, if you know a startup, a Swiss startup who would like to internationalize, if you feel you could add value to our startups by being a mentor, being an expert, please reach out to us at the email that we posted also before, so startups@swissnexsanfrancisco.org. We're always happy to hear from you. And you're welcome to stay on a few more minutes on Remo if you'd like. It's open until 1 p.m., but we say goodbye at this point from Swissnex. So thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to connecting with you again at the next event. Thank you so much.